perception, perception, perception everywhere. What is this great term perception all about? According to its definition, a perception is a state of being or becoming aware of this five senses. Wow, does this great perception truly create our reality within us and all around us? You see, my dear friends and beautiful souls, perception is the way that we see and envision our reality. You see, for every single thing that we see and we do, we use all five senses. We first have to see it. You wake up in the morning and your first thing, you open up your eyes and use your gift of sight. You're probably in your room, in your bed, and the pictures, the vivid pictures of this great room reflects back to you. The colors, the walls, the floor. You get up, you go forth into your bathroom, you brush your teeth, you wash your hands, you use the restroom. You greet your parents and you hear them with your hearing, and they respond to you, "Good morning, my dear daughter, my dear son," whatever your name is. You feel their love when they respond to you, maybe in their expression, their smiles, that internal feeling that you get. You get up in the morning, you may be hungry, your taste senses are buzzing. I need to have some breakfast. What is it that I need to do? If you're somebody, you eat a big breakfast, or maybe you don't even eat breakfast. You said, okay, I'm thirsty, let me get some water, let me make some tea, let me make something to eat, if you like fruits, whatever it is, you're smelling, even just the smelling of the food, the fresh air when you wake up in the morning. And so we see that through our senses is the way that we perceive things. Now we delve a little bit deeper in this great perception that lives within us, because each of us, our perception is quite different from the other. Of course, we use our body. Now, when we think of perception, for me, I personally think of the brain is heavily involved, because for everything that happens when the five senses is being used, the brain has to process this information. Someone speaks to me, I hear what they said. So if they say to you, "You are an amazing person," so your brain goes into this state where it processes. The word amazing means something good. And so inside of you, the feeling sensations is just overjoyed. Oh, they told me that I'm an amazing person. And so the perception you have within you is, you give the exchange, you probably tell them thank you, you probably tell them some kind words about themselves. And so that perception you have of this great person, this friend, this family, that's now telling you, you're such an amazing person. It creates this oozing joy within you. See how the feeling senses come alive? Now someone tells you, you're such a bad person. Your brain it steps into action. And so the word bad means something not so favorable, means that you're not at your highest aspect of yourself. You're doing something that, someone don't like. And so all of a sudden, you may give a frown. You may even respond to the other person with an insult. You may go within and say, why is this person telling me I'm a bad person? You see how little things like that, through our sensory, senses and notions, how we perceive things differently. You wake up, you listen to the news, there's reports, cases, of the viruses raising, gang violence, and all of a sudden your heart gets involved. The emotional part of your body too gets involved in this process. And within you, that great universe that lives within you, your inner essence, you start feeling down. Now you listen to a music, your favorite Bob Marley track, One Love, redemption song. You love that music, and then you start dancing. And so the feeling you have with it, you sing to it, and your perception with it is like, I'm happy, I'm feeling great. So you see how this great perception comes into it. So this is just like your own internal perception. Now, we've gone into the broadest state of perception where we have of each other, you know. Like I use these examples just to prove a point pretty much. We may say like this person or this group of people, they have certain beliefs I don't believe in, their way of doing things, I don't agree to it, and then we have this great perception of this person, like it may be something that I'm not really down with that person, or that person is, doing their thing, but, whatever, I don't see it for them kind of thing, or just, the stuff that's just like out there in the world, certain groups, certain beliefs, certain religious cultural differences, we perceive so many things differently. So I'll just use this example. Johnny, he has to walk past your house every single day, and maybe Johnny has his headphones in his ears, but he's looking straight around, and you're on your porch and you're waiting. Every time Johnny comes out, you're like, wow, Johnny can't even greet. Where's his manners? But Johnny faces straight ahead, going up that hill. You have no idea where Johnny comes from, who he is, his background, and in your mind, you're like, this young man is such a rude, impersonal young man. He never greets. His head is straight ahead. Is he even a human being in there? But then one great day, it's the afternoon, maybe 4 p.m., and you're on your porch, and Johnny walks past you. Not only does he smile, he comes up to you and says, wow, how has your day been? And you, of course, go into your perceived notions of Johnny. This is the first time you've greeted me. I haven't already had this notion about you that, you're very impersonal. You're rude, you don't greet. And Johnny looks at you and he has this little laugh, this little smirk on his face. Wow, I can't believe you're saying that about me. For me, I was trying to get to work, and it's not that I was trying to be rude, but I was on a schedule. I had to listen to, certain things that I had to produce, And so, forgive me for if you think that I was rude, but, that was what I had to do to be able to meet my schedule, what I had to do. And then, of course, when Johnny explains that to you, you start even feeling a little bit guilty. You're saying, oh, I'm sorry, like, wow, look at how I developed this great perception. And then from then on, even when Johnny goes forth in the morning, he continues his same pattern, but in the afternoon he stops by and talks to you, and then you and Johnny become very good friends. And so your perception actually changes of Johnny. So you see how our perception of others and, belief systems and even within ourselves can change greatly, when we just interact differently. And when we tap within and we say, wow, we're using our 5 senses, our brain is heavenly evolved, well, we gotta now change the way we perceive our reality, because some of the thought forms that we've had before, they no longer serve us. Stop having preconceived notions about others and certain things that's out there, and even about ourselves, feeling that, okay, I've always been this person, this character, this trait, and I cannot grow, I can't evolve, I can't step forth and, become the person that I'm truly to be. So, really, really search deep within about this great perceptive reality that we create of ourselves, others, and the world. And just know that there's so many different layers to everything that we see in this world that we ought to look within and just be open to really like not have preconceived notions about the perception that we see out there about others and even about ourselves, as our perception truly does in fact create an effect of reality.